more in just a minute. I'm Hugh McDonald, Secretary of Commerce. Welspun came to Arkansas in 2007 and has continued to grow and invest in the state of Arkansas and its operations at the port in Little Rock. And it has steadily grown over the past 2 decades. Just last year, you might recall that Welspun made an announcement of a $100 million expansion. And they're going to make another announcement again today, but this time even bigger. So we thank Welspun and VPool for the tremendous partnership. We're in a competitive race, as you all know, for talent and capital flows where it wants to go, and we are in a world that we want the capital in the state of Arkansas. We're actually on a pace in Arkansas since January, having about, and since January, that's resulted in over 2,500 jobs, $4 billion of capital investment. We think we're experiencing these announcements because we've got great workforce development efforts happening. We also have common sense public policy, common sense regulatory environment, and an environment that actually supports businesses' growth as opposed to putting up barriers for their growth. And of course, our seamless teamwork from local, city, county, and state effort makes all this happen. So thank you to Mayor Scott, Judge Hyde, the port directors, the port board, Little Rock Chamber, Jay Cheshire, who's here, they're all here. And of course the AVBC team, Clint O'Neill, Olivia Womack, and Raven Johnson, I believe, was the project manager on this project. So we very much appreciate the partnership. VPool, thank you very much. We're grateful that you chose Little Rock. I know you're all looking forward for the announcement, and it's a privilege for me to introduce Mr. VPool Mathur, who will be making the announcement for Welspun. He is the Managing Director and CEO of Welspun Corp., and he's a well-known executive in the global pipe industry who's been with Welspun since 2001 and has contributed significantly toward the growth of the organization by providing his leadership in roles in India and the Middle East. He was the recipient of the Hall of Fame Steel CEO of the Year in 2018 by the Steel Users Federation of India. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome VPool Mathur.
A very good afternoon to all of you. First and foremost, I wish to extend my sincere gratitude to our Governor Sanders, the Commerce Secretary, Mr. McDonald, Little Rock Mayor, Mr. Frank Scott Jr., the Country Judge, Mr. Barry Hyde, the Little Rock Chamber CEO and President, Mr. Jay Cheshire, Board Director Brian Day, and other states and city officials for taking their time out today afternoon and joining us on this momentous occasion for yet another milestone cooperation which we are entering with the state of Arkansas. Your presence here today is a clear testament of the spirit of the collaboration which we have shared together over a period of time, and the progress that we have and the impact what we have been able to deliver both in the economic and the community development in the state of Arkansas. As the Secretary mentioned, our association goes back a very long time. We started our journey here in 2006. It's more than 18 years we have been present in this particular state. We are native now here, and we have invested more than $400 million in the state till now, and we have been able to generate employment and impact for more than 1,000 people, direct employment for more than 1,000 people, and impact to many more thousand, indirect impact to many more thousand people who have been associated with us. Friends, as Welspun, this is Little Rock is the place which is outside India. Our maximum investment wherever we have done globally is in the state of Little Rock. As all of you would recollect, in December of 2024, we came here and we made an announcement of setting up a pipe mill, a HFIW pipe mill. That was an investment close to $100 million, generating close to 175 jobs. And that investment is primarily for the energy needs. We are forecasting the energy needs in this nation going to go significantly up. It requires a very unique infrastructure, very specialized infrastructure, and we have brought in we were bringing a very state-of-the-art in December of 2024. 6 months down the line, we are back here again, and I'm very, very pleased and honored in the august presence of the governor that we are going to invest additional $150 million of a new investment in a longitudinal pipe mill along with the coating plant, which we are going to establish here. This is a very state-of-the-art technology which we are going to bring. We are seeing tremendous growth potential and opportunities here for your energy needs in terms of transportation of oil, transportation of gas, and the development which is happening is likely to happen in the Gulf of America. Today, all those pipes which were supposed to be used there, they were being imported, they were coming into this country from all over the world, and there was an imperative need that this technology and this infrastructure need to be created here in the United States. And when it comes to United States, for us it is little long. It has to be little long. So that's how we are here. This facility is, as I said, is close to an investment of $150 million. Will employ very, very high qualified jobs for more than 175 people, and it should be up and running in, let's say, by the third quarter of next year. So it is just around a year time from now, we would be inviting Governor Sands to come over and do the inauguration for that particular facility as well. So it is not only that we are here for the groundbreaking, I am also extending an invitation to her in advance for the opening of that facility. So cumulatively, if you see, I think so over the last 6 months, we have invested more than $250 million over and above that what we have invested earlier in the last 18 years. And we are very clear that this is the place for making these investments. Our confidence in the leadership here, with our esteemed governor, the secretary, the board, and the Chamber of Commerce, I think so that gives us the potential, that gives us the confidence that together we will grow together here out here. This, as I said, this facility, now when we announced the two facilities, one in December and the one we announced just now, these facilities put together with the one which we have already here, it is going to be one of the most unique facilities in the country. It is one facility under one roof where we will be covering just about every single diameter of pipes what is going to be used in this country. So it is a one-stop solution. Everyone, we will be able to cater to the complete infrastructure requirement which is going to emerge in the United States of America. Be it onshore, be it offshore, be it energy, be it LNG terminals, be it hydrogen, be it carbon capture. So it's a very, very wide spectrum of technology and the products what we are going to cover here, and that makes it a very, very unique proposition. Over and above that, we see, that there is a very clear impetus that US could also be, rather than an importing economy, should be an exporting economy as well. I think so. We hear President Trump's commitment, MAGA, and where he talks about everything needs to be manufactured here, and also there should be a potential of exporting to the nation, to the world. This particular facility put together, all the three facilities what we would have, will have that significant potential, that not only it will cater to the domestic requirement in the energy for the US, but also have the potential for exports. So coming all the way from Anjar in India, to Anjar in Gujarat in India, a small place if you see on a map, to the Little Rock in Arkansas, I think so our story has been more than of that of pipes. It's not just because what attracts us is not just the pipes. I think it's about the people, the trust, and the shared purpose of leaving a meaningful impact on our communities. I'm so pleased that we have been able to contribute significantly to the state, both in terms of economic development in our own way, and also the community development. And I think so that purpose gives us a far more satisfaction than just producing pipes and throwing back the numbers. I think so more than that, it is the service which we do to the community which gives us tremendous amount of satisfaction. And to this, I have to really congratulate and really thank sincerely from the bottom of my heart the entire leadership under the leadership of Governor Sanders, the Secretary, the Board, the Economic Council out here for handholding us, supporting us, cooperating with us, and standing by us at any point in time, in any need of our, and showing us the light that this is the place for us to be invested and growing. As we embark on this new chapter, on the new journey, together, we are not only going to build infrastructure out here, but we are going to build a future of which we are all going to be very proud of. I think so the times and the generations in times to come will reap the benefit of it, and they will be extremely proud of all collectively what we would have done there. Thank you very much for being here today afternoon and giving us the chance of being present into this estate. And Governor, thank you very much for your kind hospitality.
Well, thank you very much. See you back here in about 8 months. We'll do another announcement, okay? Listen, it's a privilege to introduce our next speaker. She certainly needs no introduction, but I'm going to do it anyway. She is leading on so many issues in the state, making us better. She has really high expectations for our state and for her cabinet, and we are working hard to achieve those and exceed those expectations day in and day out. She has been a stalwart supporter of the business community, the economic development efforts, and the advancements of things like talent, workforce development, getting the people issue right, getting the power issue right, getting the product issue, the site development rights, and she's really making a difference, and it's certainly an honor to work for her and her cabinet. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Governor Sanders in her house.
Thank you. It's great to be back home and to start this week off with another major jobs announcement. And I think it's clear two things. One, that you get a great crowd when you have a great company, and two, when you host events inside in August. So having done a couple of these over the last month, I think it's safe to say we like the air conditioning, right, Mayor? And to Vipul and the entire Welspun team, thank you for this enormous investment in our state. You joked that you were pre-inviting me for the actual official ribbon cutting. I think we could do another announcement there and you wouldn't have any disappointment from the group up here. But we're so thankful for all the way that you and your team and your company continue to invest in Arkansas. And to the team here in Little Rock who helped make McDonald, Jay Cheshire, Judge Hyde, Mayor Frank Scott, and Clay McGeorge, thank you for your hard work to continue to build Arkansas's economy. We may get tired of seeing each other if we keep doing these, but I, for one, am happy that we have the opportunity to showcase how it's supposed to work. When every level of government comes together and works in tandem, that's how we make big things and big investments like this happen, and we're super thankful for the collaboration of everybody up here. As many of you know, we just got back from a trade mission in Israel and the UAE, where Hugh and I worked to deepen Arkansas's business connections in those two countries. And you know you've been somewhere really hot when 99 degrees outside actually feels nice. So we are actually thankful for the lower temperatures here at home. But much like Arkansas, we know that business is moving no matter what the weather looks like. So we have to be moving also. We met with some companies that have long-standing relationships with Arkansas, but we also laid the groundwork with some businesses that frankly have never even heard of our state. Welspun is a good example of why those types of relationships are so important. This company has been in Arkansas for nearly 2 decades. Back when they started here, the company was looking for places to invest in the U.S., and they settled on Arkansas for logistics reasons. But what started as a small partnership has grown into a massive one, including a $100 million, 175 job expansion this past December. And now we're here today to celebrate and applaud 100 $250 million investment and a 300 job addition in less than a year. That's a big deal. Thank you so much for what you're doing here. Along the way, Welspun employees from India have visited Arkansas, and American employees have gone to Welspun's headquarters, learning from each other and growing our friendship from an economic one into something much bigger. If you were there at the groundbreaking in December, you'll remember it was one of the more unique ones that we've had. In fact, Hugh, if you're going to break any coconuts, I should say maybe explode any coconuts, we ask that you do that outside, not here in the conference rooms. But rituals like that are important, and they make a big difference. Welspun's director of the supply chain management describes his relationships in Little Rock like this. It's not strategic or transactional. It's friends and family. I'm proud that we're the most hospitable state in America, and I'm thrilled that it pays off when we recruit companies to come here. There's another reason Welspun is taking off too. Their products are used primarily in the energy industry and data centers. And we now have a president who's making energy independence and industrial dominance a priority. And we have state leaders who have just cut down the regulatory timeline. Add that to the other ways that we're making Arkansas more business friendly, like cutting taxes by 20% in just 2 years, investing in workforce and education, promoting public safety and quality of life, and you have all of the qualities needed for success, not just for this company, but for every business in our state. I want to again thank the leaders from Welspun and from Little Rock for their hard work to grow our economy. And I want to reaffirm my administration's commitment to help Arkansas continue to be the best place in the country to live, to work, to raise a family, and to grow a business. We're proud that you're here, and we look forward to continuing to work with you to build even more and even bigger things here in the state of Arkansas. Thank you for your leadership and for your investment. And now I'd like to turn it over to Mayor Frank Scott to come up and say a few words, and thank you for joining us and coming here to the Capitol today.
Thank you so much, Governor. Today is a great example and demonstration on true cooperation between state, local, and community. In economic development, you figure out it's easy to get lost and not figure out what's truly going on, because so much magic is happening. What do I mean? Today is an example of strategic recruitment of a global company, the ability for the community to retain said company, and now continuous expansion. That expansion is because of our teamwork, state, local, and community, to ensure that we not only have the workers, but we provide an exceptional customer service to the business owners to ensure that they know how great this city is, how great this region is, and how great the state of Arkansas is. So on behalf of the city of Little Rock, and I see City Director Lance Hines and all the Board of Directors, we share our appreciation to Welspun. We hope that you figured out that we truly are a microcosm of the United States, both rural and urban at the same time. But we try to go speed to market each and every day for you. And it's because of the team of Jay Cheshire and Jack Thomas of Little Rock Regional Chamber, Brian Day, Stan Hastings, and Clayton George, and entire commissioners that are working to make sure that we have the true preparation of the infrastructure to intentionally invest in the place for you to continue to grow. So thank you for choosing Little Rock. Thank you for choosing Arkansas. We're here and ready for yet another announcement. Come again soon. Thank you. As we talk about infrastructure, it starts with great city and county relationships. And so I'm proud to bring to the podium County Judge Barry High.
Good afternoon. I want to personally thank you all for joining us today. It's truly an honor to be surrounded by such a distinguished and business-minded group of individuals. Together, we're building economic opportunity and expanding commerce in Central Arkansas. You get to talk about the whole state. I have to talk about here. But we're glad to have you. We're aiming to keep you too. Welspun stands as a cornerstone of the port operations and is a key contributor to its ongoing success. For nearly two decades now, Welspun has provided Arkansans in central Arkansas with good-paying jobs that provide stability and opportunity. The impact of this expansion project through investment in job creation highlights the port's vital role in our regional economy and reinforces the importance of cultivating meaningful partnerships and amid the global marketplace. By investing in the core infrastructure of our economy and fostering employment opportunities, we position Central Arkansas as a region that welcomes employers and with its full potential. As families and industries around the country look to relocate, expand, and grow operations, Central Arkansas's economic stability and family-friendly amenities make it an attractive destination. With every new employer we attract to our region, and for every expansion of operations by existing employers, like Welspun, we're shaping a brighter future for those who choose to call Pulaski County and Central Arkansas home. I look forward to continuing to work with Welspun to further expand economic and employment opportunities in Pulaski County. I'm optimistic that through our collaborative efforts, we can continue to grow our economy in a sustainable and meaningful manner that benefits everyone. Thank you. And now speaking for the Ports Board, Clay, it's up to you.
As Chair of the Little Rock Port Authority Board of Directors, I want to thank Welspun for investing in the community. We were excited when you built your first facility in 2007. We were even more excited that you decided to invest again in the Port of Little Rock. Just last year, you announced an investment at the port that would create a third manufacturing facility. Today, we're here to celebrate your fourth manufacturing facility. What an amazing accomplishment. To recognize a fellow board member, Stan Hastings. Stan. As I've said before, the City of Little Rock created the port for the sole high-paying jobs for the community. We have done just that with today's celebration of another Welspun. We are creating even more opportunities for families to earn good wages. Our industry partners like Welspun provide opportunities for Arkansans and support the community in too many ways to count. The Port of Little Rock is Arkansas's largest industrial park, and we support industries from around the world. Welspun's decision to locate another operation at the Port of Little Rock is a testament to the impact that the industrial park has on all of Arkansas. To the leadership of Welspun, thank you for choosing Little Rock for another investment. We are grateful that you believe in us enough to build your fourth facility here in our community. My commitment to you is that we will be your partner in all you do moving forward. We are here to ensure that you're successful in this endeavor, and I am confident this facility will exceed your expectations. Thank you.
So I was looking on the wall and was reminded back in the middle part of 2006, we had the opportunity to meet this wonderful leadership team from Welspun and talk about the possibility of placing what was then a 100 or so acre facility in Little Rock Port. Interestingly, as you all find in these projects, when folks begin to trust you and begin to talk, they begin to tell not only what's getting ready to happen, but what could happen. And as we were working with then Governor Huckabee to actually have a December of 2006 announcement, we found out from the leadership of the company that there might be something else. And so we had the opportunity to show them a much larger site just south of the port, just in case there was another project. Well, as fate would have it, unfortunately, the Governor Huckabee, was not able to make that announcement in December of 26, because in 2006, in 2007, we had an announcement with Welspun talking about
not only what was going to be a major investment at that point in time, but also a culture investment in this community, along with what was going to be significant, we felt at the time, expansion opportunities. And as the governor and everyone has stated so eloquently before me, we stand here for the 4th time, the 2nd time with Governor Sanders as we talk about an amazing investment, not only in this community, not only in new jobs and not only in new payroll, but in relationships. We've gone from economic development partners to friends. We've gone from friends, in many cases, to family. That's what makes today so exciting for all of the folks in this room that work so hard every day to do what we're now culminating with this announcement. And I want to pay respect and honor and be a shout-out guy to some of the people that do this work on a daily basis that were part of this project, get recognized for the amazing work that they do. Mayor Scott's already talked about City Director Lance Hines and the City Board. What most people don't realize is the amazing amount of investment from the city into the Port of Little Rock has now created an economic impact of over $1 billion. Let's give them a round. You know, Judge Hyde won't say this, but he and his team have been significantly important in infrastructure development to make this property that we continue to be able to expand actually economic development sites as opposed to farmland. As the governor and her team have done in the last year, recognizing the value. You can't have an economic development project. She and the legislature have put significant dollars into helping not only us, but everyone around the state become more prepared for these kinds of announcements. And Governor, we're so very thankful. Brian Day and James Firestone at the Port of Little Rock. The day in and day out work that they do on behalf of the Port Board of Directors is immeasurable. Because without them, there is no port. Without them, as our Welspun friends will tell you, the trains don't run on time. And it's really important that the trains and barges, Brian, run on time. So when you look at all of these folks that have been a part of this process, there's also a group that we don't often talk about, but they're in the room, so I want to talk about them. Larlandro and the Entergy team are hugely important in making these things happen. Whether it's Danny, whether it's Laura, whether it's the entire team that's part of that process, they actually make this possible. So I want to say thank you to them. And lastly, to the Little Rock Wastewater Reclamation Authority. Now there's a group that doesn't often get called out. But without them and without Central Arkansas Water, none of this happens. Their investment, the community's investment, the region's investment, make these opportunities what they are. And that is an amazingly exciting day as we welcome Welspun to become an even deeper family member for this community, this region, and this state. With that, I'm going to step away and the governor's going to answer all the questions.
He's actually just kidding. We're not answering questions today. We're going to let the announcement speak for itself. Thank y'all so much for being here.